C natural rolls on simple system flute. Don't let anybody tell you can't do them. They're perfectly doable. They're a little trickier than your average roll, but they're quite achievable with a bit of practice. So I use this C natural fingering. So it's left 2, left 1 and left 3 are off, right 1, 2, 3 are on. On most flutes, that's actually the best C natural anyway. There's relatively few flutes where the most commonly used C natural fingering is actually the best C natural fingering. There are some, but on most, that which is the period fingering for these 19th century flutes is usually the best one. And it gives you a very easy transition to D, because all you have to do is put left 3 on. So you've got a good trill, and you can do a tap. So although it would be like the equivalent of a cut in a roll, the second element of the roll being a visit to a sound above the centre note, you go, so our centre note is C natural. So you can just practice doing that. So although it's physically a tap, it's your cut equivalent. The trickier bit of the roll is the fourth element, the visit to a sound below the core note. So your core note is C, and because of where it is, you haven't got a sound that you can tap to as such below it. So you've got to visit a B over the break. You actually don't need to do anything with your right hand fingers because the precise pitch isn't important. All you've got to do is very quick alternation of, you've got left 2 on, remember, you've got to switch that to left 1 on and left 2 off and back again very, very quickly. Now, if you use the open D fingering, you should be quite used to that alternation with the other fingers going across the break. But you've just got to do these 2 fingers on their own. So you go. So you get something that's as near as you can get it as an ordinary tap. You're never going to get it quite that crisp, but you can get it good enough for use in this C natural roll. So the elements of the roll, and the way to achieve it is to practice it slowly like this, separating the elements out. So first element, main note, second element, visit up, third element, main note, fourth element, visit down, fifth element, main note. So we're going to go. And you gradually speed them up and move them together. The key to it is keeping this left hand relaxed, so your support of the flute needs to be good. And you can get a perfectly good C natural roll. On whistle, I'm not going to bother getting one, but you do basically the same thing, but you use that, your C natural is finger that, which is out of tune on the flute. But on most whistles, that is a good C natural. And you use that as the tap to the tap up to D, and then you've got to do the same switch with the visit below element with left 1 and left 2. So it takes a bit of practice to get it reliably clear and as crisp as may be. So in context, in Bunker Hill, not getting it quite as good as ideally it would be because I've not been practicing it recently, but you can get the general idea. With a decent bit of practice, it's perfectly doable and quite a nice effect. One thought did occur to me though, on C natural, you can actually do a sort of a cran on C natural. The difficult bit is when you're used to doing D crans, is not ending up on the D, because it's basically the same fingering as a D cran. That's your D cran. If you're going to try and do a cran equivalent on that C natural, I've clearly not been practicing it, but with a bit of practice, you could actually do something like that as an alternative in that B music of Bunker Hill. But you'd have to be very careful not to get it confused up with your D crans that come in the next phrase. Hope that helps.